What's going on, guys? This is Travesty here, and bringing you part 2 of my NOOOOO Live with the Stall Buy Sharp team. And because NOOOOO takes forever, I'm going to just try and find a battle. If you do want to see the team and the last battle, part 1 will be in the description. It's also yesterday's upload. I don't have that many yet, so it's not that hard to go look. And I'll see you when we find a battle. Okay, we find a battle against NOOOOO, and he's got a scary team. Multiple steel types, which is unfortunate, because I don't really have much to hit them by sharp, but you know. Azumarill is a problem. Definitely a problem. Keep this around for Azumarill, and even then it's not going to be doing too much. So hopefully I can hazard stack against it and deal with it that way. Ferrothorn also a problem. Hopefully I can deal with it with Chestnut, but it's going to be an issue. Heatran, I've got a Chansey, I don't give a shit. Rotom, I've got a Chansey. He's found a lot of shinies as well. Thundurus, I've got a Chansey. Xeratherian Keem, Latios, I've got a Chansey. He's got a very specially offensive team, and then an Azumarill. So I see one of these middle three leading. I think I'm just gonna lead with Chestnut. See what he goes with. Rotom Wash. That's not fantastic, because I don't really want this thing getting burned, but at the same time I don't really want anything getting burned. I don't have Heal Bell on this team, which is a little bit annoying. Spiky Shield and Scout. If he tries to burn me, I'll probably go out into Chansey. If he tries to Volt... safest play is just to go into Chansey, honestly. So there's the burn, and I can get Rocks up now, which are going to be really, really nice. He's only got one potential defogger, which is Latios. So he's going to bring in a Azumarill, which I really don't like. He brings in Thundurus for reasons I don't understand. He's probably just going to taunt. Which makes me not want to stay in too much. I think I'm going to go into Ditto here. Expecting to taunt. Knockoff. Physical knockoff Thundurus. Okay. So he's mixed. That coverage is actually an issue for my team. It's an issue for most teams, honestly. With this thing at such low health, I'm just going to T-Volt. And yeah, outspeeds because he knocked off my Scarf, which is sad. Crap. How do I deal with this? Gonna have to Sucker Punch and force him out here. This should kill. Thundurus isn't that bulky. And he's probably just gonna go into Heatran, but that's fine. Oh no, he stays in and that doesn't kill. That's annoying. Damn, this Thundurus is a problem, and I'm not playing well around it. I mean, I'm gonna go into this. I'll protect to get my Toxic Heal off. Why is this such a problem for my team? If he didn't have a knockoff, I would just go into Chansey and it'd be fine. And now we go into this. Yeah, and he dies to Life Orb. Well, that was bad. The problem with stall teams when you lose a lot of your firepower in the first, like, 7 turns. I don't really know what you plan to do to me. So I kind of... if he goes for Hydro, then I should definitely not switch in this. I'm just gonna go into Chansey again, honestly. And I'll probably fire off a T-Wave. Expecting one of those 3 to come in. That Thundurus, man. Mixed Thundurus is actually pretty good, but I was expecting, like, T-Wave, Taunt, that kind of thing. Yeah, he just Willows again. So, to keep this thing at good... Do I T-Wave or Soft Boiled? I think I T-Wave. Because it'd be nice to get some of these things paralyzed. At this stage, I'm not going to be able to clean up late game with Bisharp because it fucking died. But, you know... I might be able... If I can get something like Latios and Heatran, if I can get both or either of those T-Waved would be fantastic. Because if I get Heatran Thunderwaved, then I can beat it with Gliscor. If I get Latios Thunderwaved, then I can stall it out with this thing. So that's the aim. He brings in Pharaoh. So I was expecting Thunderwave maybe. Get all the hazards up that he wants right now. But I need this thing healthy, so I'm just going to soft boil and then go out into Chestnut. If we're lucky, we can get a couple of powers, but what does he go for? Stealth Rock. Yeah, there it is. And then we go into Chestnut, and I just have to over hazard stack him as he goes out to Heatran. That was a very, very nice prediction, and I am in a shitstorm right now. I mean, Chansey. I probably should check this guy's rank before I started playing, because he's playing a lot better than a lot of people I've faced on this ladder so far. Okay, so he's... Jesus. Jesus. He plays OU and Omega a lot. Lava Plume. He gets the burn, which is really frustrating. He's just going to go back out into Pharaoh. I need to soft boil up though. If I can break this thing's air balloon and then get it paralyzed. If he hadn't gotten the burn, that would have been fantastic, because that residual damage is going to be annoying. But I need to keep this thing healthy. Zoomrill. This... how do I deal with this? I'm gonna Thunderwave. Knock off. Yeah, that's not good. But now I can paralyze it at least. I think I've lost this one, honestly. I think I underestimated my opponent early on. He's made a couple of nice doubles. Well, one nice double in particular. I'm just gonna... the problem is that knockoff's gonna be doing about the same amount. I need to get rid of this burn. That burn was so unfortunate though. The residual damage is a real pain to deal with. He goes out to Rotom. I assume expecting something else. But I honestly... I don't care what this Rotom does to me, I'm just going to soft boil it up. So then I can worry about switching into Azumarill later. I just need to keep this thing as healthy as I can, because even without an Eviolite split, that's fine. Do I really expect the Volt Switch? If I go into this, he's just going to bring in Latios though, and that's a problem. But if I bring in this, I can't touch it. He has to be carrying Hydro. At least I got the Azumarill and Ferrothorn paralyzed. At this stage... how do I beat this team? I don't think I do. Gonna make a risky switch into Chestnut. He pain splits, that's fine. So he's gonna burn me. That's unavoidable. But I'm just gonna Leech Seed up. Actually, Spikes might be a better play. No, because I still need to break the balloon on Heatran. Seeds. I'm really expecting him to just Willow, honestly. Yeah, there it is. And he misses. That could have gone worse. Now we just Leech Seed to at least get some residual on this freaking washing machine. There's the Willow. And he misses Seed. That's fine. Well, it's not fine. I kind of lost at this point. Now we go for Spikes. He's probably going to bring in Pharaoh, expecting Leech Seed or Latios just to clean up, because now that I don't have my Eviolite, it can probably just destroy me. There's Pharaoh. I mean, I'm just going to set up Spikes all over you, just because I don't really have switch-ins for a lot of your things. So if I can break Heatran's balloon, I can drain up on this thing. There's like a mutual walling right here. Neither of us can touch each other. But I will be taking Iron Barb's damage. Thunderous had interesting coverage. If it hadn't... The annoying thing went for knockoff on my switch into Ditto, because then I didn't outspeed. If I could have outsped, I would have been able to hit him up for a nice chunk of damage, then bring in, you know, Bioshock, being able to revenge him that way. Goes into the Rotom. I mean, I don't really know what you're going to do to me. So the one advantage is I do wall a lot of his team with Chestnut. Because I can't hit him very hard, I need hazards up. This time I'm going to Leech Seed. I don't see him going into Ferrothorn. I see him either staying in or Volt switching out into something that can actually hurt me. So if I get Seeds up, I can stall it out a little bit. Heatran would actually be okay. I have no way of breaking that thing's balloon though, except with Chansey, but he's no way to stay in on a Chansey. And Rotom, I guess. I mean, I have Drain Punch on this, but there's no way I'm staying in against a Heatran. This man pretty much has me. There's a Volt Switch. What is he going to? Usually when you click Volt Switch, you make a decision beforehand. I guess he goes into either Latios or Heatran here. Anything else I'm kind of fine with. In either of those two, I will just switch back out into Chansey. I let Chestnut get really worn down here. I just had nothing for that Thunderous. I probably should have trusted Rotom to take a hit. And then Pain Split, then... I don't know. Goes into Heatran. We do hit a Leech Seed, which is nice. So I can get some more residual on this thing. And then I have to go out into Chansey. I could see him making a double, but I mean, Azumarill's paralyzed. It's unfortunate I lost so much bulk though because of the Violate. This is not going well, and this guy is taking a long time as well. Because, I mean, he has me at this point. He just needs to play safe. Like, you can just stay in with Heatran. I mean, I'll be able to get a little bit of health back with Chansey and then fire off an S-Toss. You have so many things that can just wreck me, it's not even funny. So he stayed in, which is nice. He goes to Lava Moon, no burn, no burn, no burn. Awesome, no burn. A little bit of HP back. At this point, I can rely on other things to take down Ferrothorn, mainly these two wall them. So either soft boiled up or S-Toss. I'm gonna S-Toss into Azumarill. It's fine because it takes a nice chunk of damage, and we won't 2-hit KO it with Seismic Toss, which is annoying. I think I'm just going to go into Chestnut here, see if I can get off a Spiky Shield against this or force it to switch. Yeah, play rough, that was a good play. And now I bring in this thing and click Volt Switch. Because if he switches out, then I will be able to take him out with another S-Toss, so I don't think he's going to switch out, honestly. I think he's just going to stay in. He might be able to take this Volt Switch, actually, if he's Assault Vest. Nope. I mean, I guess I bring this in. It can't touch two of his mons, though. Well, it can't touch Heatran at all. It can do pitiful damage to a Ferrothorn. I can at least Toxic the other two. This is a problem. We could be clawing it back, though. But I don't think Chansey's going to be able to eat up as many hits as I need it to. If I still had my Violate, I would be decently comfortable because I can wall everything he has with Chansey. And I would just have to stall him out. Brings in Latios. I'm expecting Psyshock, and it will KO at this range. But I don't have any, so I'm just going to try and T-Wave it. As Psyshock, it doesn't take me out, actually, because this thing isn't Life Orb. That's good to know. Imagine a soft-boiled up until now that we're getting his whole team paralyzed, we may actually have a chance. but it'll be a very, very slow battle. I'm going to need a couple of lucky para hexes and a couple of misplays on his part. I mean, the advantage is that Heat Train is getting worn down quite substantially. Ferrothorn I can deal with. Ferrothorn I'll have to deal with. Yeah, I'm just going to keep playing this game, son. Eventually, if he was Life Orb, he would have killed me. But he'd be getting recoil. I don't know what item he is actually. Maybe Scarf? There's the power I wanted. Now he has Toss. Because I need damage on this thing. Switch into Heat Train, that would be fantastic. Please? This is going to be a long upload because this battle is taking forever. We may yet win, guys. But I honestly don't see it happening. I would have to get very, very lucky. Goes out into Ferrothorn, decent play. But, I mean, I'm not going to say no to damage on Ferro. I think I will just soft boil up just so I can take hits from the Latios and the Heatran and the Rotom. If he Leech Seeds, that's fine. Yeah, there's the Leech Seed. So he gets quite a lot of HP back because I'm a Chansey. And then I'm going to have to stall this thing out in a very, very, very slow way. I'm going to go into Gliscor. Power Whip does nothing. Will do enough. No, won't do enough to break a sub. So now I'm going to sub up. Fortunately, with only EQ and Toxic, I can't touch half his team right now. But he does stay in with this, which is what I wanted. I can't touch this, can't touch this, can't touch this, can't touch this. This is like an MC Hammer song right now. And when two bulky teams collide, I just kind of have to hope that he does something stupid, like staying with Ferrothorn a lot, and I can eventually just wear him down. But honestly, this is the problem with this Gliscor set. So I really want to run Knockoff as well, because then I can just like knock off the Heatran, get rid of its balloon, and then EQ it. Or knock off Latios would do a lot. But I do kind of need... Do I need Protect? Gyro Ball breaks a sub. That's annoying. And I can't Toxic this thing. EQ, he gets paralyzed, which is perfect. Now I'm going to sub again. Just going to check. Do I need Protect? I'd rather not get walled. By so many things. This is going to be a very long and stally battle. He has to go for Gyro Ball, which is a good play. I can stall out this Ferrothorn with this thing. I will then just let it die to whatever comes in, because it's literally useless. I mean, this may end up as a PP stall war, which is really sad. How many games has this guy played in Omega again? It's something ridiculous. Look at that. This man is dedicated to this tier, honestly. Alright. 2 more EQs won't take him out. But I kind of see him going for Leech Seed. Will he though? He's going to EQ. Yeah. Unfortunately, Gliscor is going to get one down, but I will be able to get his Ferrothorn down to the point where I can at least take it out, even if he Leech Seeds me. I guess he's identifying that it's useless just the same way I thought this was useless. So... he needs to hurry up though. It's like either click Gyro Ball or Leech Seed. If he overpredicts that would be hilarious. Get a crit. Nice and crit. I'm not even going to apologize because at this stage it doesn't really matter. I I think I will just protect against whatever comes in and then let this thing go down. If it brings in Rotom, I will try and Toxic it, because that would be fantastic. Anything else? I have no idea what I'm going to do to either of those two, but they can't. I guess Latios could recover, but I have a feeling it's Scarf Lati, which is good because, as we saw, Psyshock wasn't taking out Chansey, so it'll have to lock itself into something. And the main issue is that Heatran, but I wall that with Chansey. Man, this is going to be a long battle. It's going to be a very, very long battle. But, you know, we have the disgusting pink blob that refuses to die. This is why I love having Bisharp in the back most games. I had no other way around that Thundurus. I could have just kept switching around, I guess, but it would have done a lot of damage to my team. That was an annoying Thundurus. Literally, I've never seen a mixed Thundurus like that before. Okay, he does bring out Heatran. The only thing this is useful for is getting a Toxic onto that Rotom. Which, do I really need it? It would be nice. And I have a Chansey. Going to Chansey. I will keep this thing. Not really sure why. HP Ice? Okay. I'm just going to S-Toss at this point. Get damage on the Rotom, which is nice. It's probably Pain Split. Expecting. I could be cheeky. I'm really expecting a Pain Split. So I'm going to go into Gliscor to not give him much HP back. And then hopefully we outspeed and I can fire off a Toxic. His smart play here is to go into Heatran. But he stays in, which is perfect for us. He does take out Satan, which is fine though, because now even if he Pain Splits, I can stall him out with Chansey. But I need to play carefully with Chansey, so what I'm going to actually do is bring in my Rotom and Volt Switch. So he Pain Splits, gets minimal health back. Go into this. Now as he Pain Splits, I Soft Boiled. Do I though, or do I just S-Toss? Yeah, he gets a lot of HP back. Now I won't be getting much at all. And I think Poison should take him out of that range. And I need this to be... So he's probably going to Soft Boiled, and he's probably going to Pain Split to get damage on me. But honestly, I can beat his last two mons with Chansey. Which is really, really sad to think about. Is this going to be the 100-turn stall war? So now I can Pain Split up again, but he's racking up toxic damage. So I'm going to S-Toss here. Pain Split, he gets a lot back because I'm a Chansey, as I said. And now he Pain Splits, but I Soft Boiled. Or do I get cheeky again? I get cheeky again. Good play, good play. Sort of. Not really. Because either you bring in Latios and I sack this thing, or you bring in Heatran and I sack this thing. Either way, I think I'm just going to let this guy go down and then hope I can wall this to death with Chansey. The reason I didn't want to keep staying in is because I needed to conserve my hot soft boileds. Alright. I mean, don't miss a Hydro. I'm sure I can take one, even I'm especially defensive. I'm sure I can take one from this Heatran. And that Rotom's gonna get worn down. And that Latios is gonna get worn down. Oh, can I win it though? I think I'll end up running out of soft boils, is the problem, because I need to like soft boil almost every turn here. But this will actually end up being a pretty close match. If he stays in and tries to hit me... I mean, Heatran's not the problem. The problem is that Rotom. It is toxic. So I will probably... He goes for Lava Plume. Does he get the burn? He does get the burn. That's unfortunate, but we take out the Heatran. And now he either brings in Latios, in which case I soft boil to I pain split just to get damage on it. Or how much did Volt Switch do before? It did 26%. So it should kill. Yeah, he goes first, he Volt Switches, which is fine. Brings out Latios. I have to soft boiled here because I can't take one. I kind of see him switching out though, which is going to be annoying because then that Rotom's going to get a whole lot of health back. But this is going to be a very, very long, slow battle, which I guess I bought into having a stall team. I don't usually run stall teams, but I'm lacking a bit of inspiration, so I was like, you know what, let's just go a bunch of fat things on a team with Bisharp. And this is how it ends up. I mean, more often than not, I would have swapped with Bisharp by now, but it's just the fact that this guy is taking like 30-40 seconds to make his plays as well. Trick. Goddamn. Actually, that might be a good thing. No, it's not a good thing. Actually, no, I can't win. GG. If he got parried, that would win the game. But we lost. First loss in Omega. Which is really unfortunate unless he gets parried now. No. Nope. That's so frustrating. That is really frustrating. We were so close. Alright. Well, thank you guys for watching. I will see you in my next upload.